Today I was asked if I could help one of my clients come up with a way to use a 3-phase 480 volt range off of a single phase 120/240 residential panel. Immediately, I told them that I couldn't recommend that. It seemed like all sorts of bad ideas. I just said get a new range at that point. It'll probably be cheaper, safer, and easier to install. They agreed, and they told me that their customer was pushing for an option like this because they, in quotes, really wanted to use the stove, end quote. So they just wanted to see what, in theory, they could do. But I gave my warning, and they were both consenting parties, so I'll do what my client asked. I said I'd get them options, so here we go. There might be more ways to do this in a residential setting, but so far, this is the only one that I'm aware of, and I'm not counting getting 3-phase power brought in from your utility company. So we need 2 key components, a phase converter and a transformer. On top of that, we need a breaker large enough to handle both the inrush current and the constant load. But that wasn't what we were asked about. The phase converter will allow us to bump single phase to 3-phase, and the transformer will allow us to convert the 3-phase power we get out of the phase converter to a usable 3-phase voltage for the application needed. Between those 2 components, we'd be scraping in just under 5 figures, and that's not including the install or the labor on the electrician's part. With that information, I let my client know. He nodded in agreement as he told his customer to go get a new range. So you can either do all that yourself or reach out to us. We'll help you out. Spark Parts Consulting. We're here to help. And if you're curious why this is such a bad idea, there's a couple of reasons. First, there's the amp draw. If you're taking single phase and converting it to 3-phase, it's going to require significantly more power going in than you'll get going out. This is going not only to be expensive because of power consumption, but will also increase the chance of the bus burning due to power draw. And you're gonna need to feed it with a massive breaker. Second, being inrush current. Speaking of the breaker, chances are you'd need a specific motor rated breaker to deal with the inrush current. In theory, it's possible, but it would be for a commercial rated panel. Their customer only has a residential panel, and motor rated breakers aren't something that are typically made for those. Also, chances are the inrush current on residential breakers won't be able to handle the load when the broiler is turned on. Third, and honestly, looking at the photos, they're kind of boned. That panel is already maxed out with fins, and adding more circuits is already going to be iffy, but a massive breaker to handle a 3-phase circuit? Not happening.